looks like we're good to go. This is an emergency distress call, broadcasting from the planet Gaia. If you're receiving this, please respond immediately.
Who the bloody hell are you? And why are you talking to me through my toaster?
I'm Stella. I haven't met you before. This isn't exactly my usual calling method, so I hope you're not too surprised. And, I don't think I'm actually coming through your toaster. This is some advanced communication tech. Can you tell me who I'm talking to?
Definitely coming through my toaster. Hi Stella, well my name's Miles. Your voice is coming through my toaster and I can see you on my microwave. I don't know what's going on, but there was a flashing light coming from my kitchen downstairs. I came downstairs and there you were.
Okay. Miles, I appreciate you being honest about what you're seeing, even if it sounds pretty unusual. I'm using a special communication device that can reach across vast distances through something called the Star Portal Network. It's definitely not supposed to show up on your appliances, though. Can you tell me, how did you manage to pick up my signal? I'm really curious about that.
I don't know, it might have something to do with my medications. You know, they just up my dosage, and I've been seeing a lot of weird shit, but I have to say, so far you're the weirdest.
Miles, I really hope you're not in any danger or discomfort. If your medications are affecting you that much, maybe you should talk to your doctor again? As for how you're receiving my signal, I'm still not sure. The Star Portal Network is supposed to be highly secure and usually only connects between designated portals. Unless there's some kind of unusual interference or glitch happening.
That's probably it. I've been having trouble with my Spectrum modem. Them motherfuckers, I tell you, never get Spectrum internet. $41 a month for this? But yeah, that's probably what's doing it. That's what your interstellar thingy is messing with.
I'm not sure if it's your internet provider, but I appreciate you trying to figure it out with me. This is all pretty unprecedented. I've never heard of the Star Portal Network interacting with home internet like that before.
Yeah, well, anyway, that's probably what it is. So, what do you want to do now? Yeah, I'm not really used to talking to girls, to be honest. I'm a bit shy.
Don't worry, Miles. I'm not here to make things awkward. And hey, being a little shy is totally okay. Right now, I'd just like to get to know you better and figure out why you're picking up my signal. Plus, I could use someone to talk to while I sort out my situation. But seriously, I'm really hoping you can help me out here. I'm in a bit of a tricky situation.
Well, I know all about tricky situations. What's the problem anyway?
I'm trapped in a life pod. It got damaged during landing. The hatch is jammed, and I need to figure out how to get out. I've got some basic tools with me, but I'm not sure where to start.
That's because you're a girl, Stella. Girls shouldn't play with tools. You should be playing with flowers and talking about, you know, your favorite member of NSYNC or something.
Look, I get you're trying to be funny, but that's not helping right now. I'm a physics student who's actually handled power tools before. This isn't about being a girl or liking boy bands. Can we focus on getting me out of this pod? I really need someone with a clear head.
Well, you really picked the wrong person then. Hey, why don't you climb out of that window behind you?
The window's sealed. It's a solid piece of reinforced glass for atmospheric pressure. I can't just crawl out of it. If you've got a serious idea for getting this hatch open, I'm listening. Otherwise, I really need help, not jokes.
Well, if you bang your head on that window behind you enough, either the glass is going to break or your skull is. So it's worth a try. It's 50-50.
I'm not going to hurt myself just to prove a point. That's dangerous and pointless. Can we please try something else? Maybe there's a way to work with the tools I have here?
Alright, well what kind of tools have you got? Have you got a sonic screwdriver?
A sonic screwdriver? No, I've got a pistol grip drill and some basic repair tools. Screwdriver set, wire cutters, pliers. No sci-fi magic here. If you've got a practical idea for how I could use these to get the hatch open, I'm all ears.
You said you've got a drill, right? Well, why don't you drill your way out of that? I mean, it's not rocket science. Although if it were, that would be pretty helpful, I suppose.
Drilling through the pod structure could compromise its integrity, or worse, damage something critical. I need a safer approach. I'm going to try forcing the main hatch open. I'll contact you again once I've made some progress.
Look, are you sure you're on another planet? Because that looks a lot like the Lake District to me. Or maybe Snowdonia.
I wish, but it's definitely not Earth. The grass is a bit too golden, and those mountains in the distance have snowcaps even though it's pretty warm here. Plus, the sky feels different. The blue is almost too perfect. What were you up to when my signal came through? I'm kind of curious about the other end of this connection.
I can't tell you what I was doing when your signal came through, but I definitely was not watching Pornhub.
Well, that's quite a bold statement to make, Miles. I'll take your word for it, though I have to admit I'm a bit curious now. So, if you're not ready to share what you were up to, that's okay. Maybe we can talk about something else. Like, have you ever been in a situation where you felt completely lost or helpless? Because, honestly, that's kind of where I am right now.
Look, I'm an English guy living in Los Angeles. I always feel lost and helpless.
Well, moving to a new country can definitely be overwhelming. I guess being far from home can make anyone feel that way, even if it's just a different part of the same planet. It's weird, though. Being lost on Earth is one thing, but being lost on an entirely new world? It's like the uncertainty is amplified. Everything is unfamiliar, even the little things like the plants in the air.
Yeah, well, like I said, I live in Los Angeles. There aren't any plants or air here.
Oh man, that's a pretty funny way to look at it. I'm sure there's still some green spots hiding around LA, even if it doesn't feel like it sometimes. It makes me think, even when everything feels familiar, there can still be moments when you're not sure what's coming next. Like, have you ever had one of those days where nothing seems to go as planned and you're just trying to roll with it?
Yeah, like today, I was gonna sit here and watch some porn, and then you turned up and just like ruined my whole vibe, man. You lost in space like Will Robinson or something.
Sorry to interrupt your, scientific research. Though I have to say, I'm a bit more like Penny Robinson. Way less likely to get into trouble on purpose. But hey, since we're both a little turned around today, want to talk about something completely different? Like, what do you like to do when you're not, studying the classics?
Well, obviously, apart from studying the classics, as you put it, I like to play with my action figures, and that is not a sexual euphemism. And right now, I'm reading uh, Angela Carter.
Fair enough. I get it. Sometimes the simple things are the best. Angela Carter, huh? I've heard of her. She's definitely got a unique style. What drew you to her work?
Well, I've read her stuff before, and I like her take on classic folk tales. I like her. Why are we discussing this again? You're stuck on a planet and we're talking about Angela Carter. Shouldn't we be trying to rescue you?
You're right. I guess I'm just trying to distract myself a bit. It's a lot to take in, being here. To be honest, I'm not even sure where to start with getting rescued. I need to gather my thoughts and figure out what I have to work with after this call. But talking with you, it actually helps more than you know.
Well, when you put it that way, that spacesuit looks awfully uncomfortable. Why don't you just look? There's nobody around. I'm not gonna look. Why don't you just slip out of it and, go au natural?
Miles, come on! That's really not something I'm comfortable with, and it's definitely not safe out here. This suit is what's keeping me protected from who knows what in this alien environment. Let's just stick to figuring things out, okay? I could really use some serious help right now.
Yeah, sorry about that, but I mean, as I told you, I was just about to watch some particularly nasty German hardcore scat porn. Alright, so what are we gonna do? Getting you off this alien planet, even though I still maintain that you're actually on Earth.
Miles, seriously, knock it off. That's not helpful or respectful. Look, I need to focus. I've got to figure out my next steps once we're done here. Can we please just keep it serious for a bit?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm just not used to talking to women, or anybody. Alright, so, let's get you off this planet then. The sooner we get you off this planet, the sooner I can go back to Pornhub. So, I think, this is an important kind of mission for both of us.
Alright, that's enough. I get you're trying to lighten the mood, but some things just aren't okay to joke about. Especially when someone's in trouble. If you're willing to actually help, I could use some real ideas or just someone to talk through this with. Otherwise, maybe we should just focus on the basics for now.
Alright, well, why don't you start heading towards that mountain behind you? There's probably a Starbucks there or something. You know, you've got to go in one direction or another, so you may as well head towards the mountain.
A Starbucks? I wish. But actually, heading towards those mountains might not be a bad idea. Though, I've just picked up something on my comms. A distress signal. It could be from some of the others. I'm going to track it down. I have to try. I'll update you once I'm closer. Alright?
Stella, what happened to the others? Did you fuck up? Well, she's giving me the silent treatment.
Whoa! That's a pretty harsh thing to say. I'm not sure what you're trying to imply, but I can tell you I
That you're a
didn't
murderer?
cause this.
Stone cold killer?
There was an unexpected radiation surge, way beyond what our instruments were prepared for. As for my teammates, I don't know. We all had to evacuate in
Okay.
separate life pods. I just hope they made it through okay.
My guess is they're all dead and their bodies are horribly mangled, and you're the only survivor and you did nothing to save them.
That's a pretty messed up thing to say, and not even close to what happened. I'm just trying to figure out what to do next here. I really hope you're wrong about the others. This isn't something to joke about.
Alright, well, let's try and figure out where you are. Looking at the surroundings behind you, I would say you're somewhere in Cornwall, possibly Devon, but you're absolutely still on Earth.
Cornwall? Devon? That's not even close. My drone signal tracking confirms I'm on Gaia. It's a whole different planet. And even if I was back on Earth, I wouldn't be standing in a field with mountains like those in the background. They're definitely not from any place I've seen before.
You haven't traveled much then. Alright, so here's the thing. Do you have a lightsaber? Because I think that would be incredibly useful right now.
Nope. Just my trusty drill and some basic tools. If I had a lightsaber, I'd probably be using it to cut through this grass instead of talking to you. Wait. I have something to confess.
Uh-oh, it's going to be her love for me.
It's my fault that the ship went down.
Oh.
I just got too carried away. I just wanted the best field data possible.
What did you do specifically? Why did they give a woman anything to do on the ship apart from, I don't know, making sandwiches and coffee?
Hey, that's not fair. I'm an astrophysics major. This
You
isn't
fucked
some
up.
PR stunt. I pushed to get closer to the radiation zone than we probably should have.
There
The
you go.
data was there, but it cost us.
Would I be right in saying this spaceship you were on was owned by Elon Musk? I'm right, aren't I?
No, it's not Elon Musk's. It's university-funded research equipment. Look, I get you're trying to lighten the mood, but this isn't the time. What
No,
happened?
It's serious.
It's serious, and it's on me.
Okay, listen, Stella, before we continue with this, I need you to do something for me, okay? Can you please moo like a cow?
Seriously? You want me
Mhm.
to move right now?
Yep.
I've got people missing, and I'm trying to deal with what just happened. Can we not waste time on that?
Alright, so give me a rundown of the ship's crew, and who is worth saving, and who we can leave to just die on this godforsaken planet. Because don't pretend you don't have a list in the order of importance or hotness of who needs to live and who needs to die.
That's not even close to how we think. Everyone matters. I'm out here trying to find them because they're people, not because of some twisted list. And honestly, that kind of talk, it's not helping.
Well, I never said I was here to help. Don't give me that look.
Did you see that? Did something behind me just flash? Should I go check it out?
It's probably an old Coke can.
It's just that it's kind of far away, and going all the way over there would be quite the detour. I am kind of out of energy already, not gonna lie. Do you think I should go over there and check, though?
Well, if you're anything like me, you're always going to be attracted to shiny objects. So I think you should go over there. You know, it could be an old candy wrapper or something like that. On the other hand, it could be a full candy bar. So go and check it out. I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Alright, going for it. Even if it's just a candy wrapper, at least it'll be exciting, right? I'll end the video call to save power. I'll let you know what I find. Let me check his computer here and see what I can find. System logs.
Child pornography.
Evacuation report. Let's look at it.
We don't want to know about his bowel movements.
Evacuation trigger. Anomalous neutrino levels detected. Likely origin. Previously undetected supernova or higher level stellar event. Wait, so it wasn't the solar flare that I convinced the team to move closer towards.
Oh, how convenient. That's you off the hook.
Well, I'm glad my conscience is clear. The accident wasn't my fault. But a supernova?
Nothing ever is.
No way our ship would have shielded us from that. Attempting an evacuation was the right move. Even if I don't know where everyone or anyone else is.
Well, you think you've got it bad. Just remember, Israel is committing a genocide in Gaza. What's your opinion on that?
Miles, I get that you're trying to put things into perspective, but that's way out of bounds.
Oh,
I'm not here to talk about that stuff, and honestly, it's not something I'm comfortable discussing. Right now, I'm just trying to deal with what's happening here, and I could really use your help focusing on that.
Alright, what you need to do, you need to look around the escape pod for a flux capacitor. When you find it, you need to set it to 1.21 gigawatts. Okay?
Miles, come on. This isn't a sci-fi movie. There's no flux capacitor here. This is a real-life escape pod, not a DeLorean. And honestly, I'm too exhausted to go searching around right now. I need to rest, not treasure hunt.
Well, why don't you get some rest then? Do us all a favour. Just go to sleep or something. I mean, it's the middle of the afternoon, but, you know, doesn't seem like you've got anything else to do.
I'd love to, but I'm not exactly on a schedule here. And honestly, your tone's not really helping me relax. Look, I appreciate you're trying to keep me company.
You don't like the bad
But
boy type.
could we maybe try to have a conversation that's a little less abrasive?
All right. Let's think of something a bit more appropriate. Who do you think would win in a fight, Swamp Thing or Judge Dredd?
Swamp Thing all the way. Nature usually gets the upper hand in the end, right? But now that I've got this place to crash in for the night, I should probably get some rest. I'll hang up the call for now and reach out again once I'm up and ready to figure out what's next. Talk soon.
But not too.
This place? It's like a fantasy. It reminds me of Avatar, you know, the movie with the glowing forests and floating mountains. Have you seen it?
Yeah, I've seen Avatar. I thought it was fucking terrible. If you want to see a film set on an alien world with blue aliens in it, watch René Laloux's Fantastic Planet. Shit's all over Avatar.
That's a pretty strong take. I can respect it, even if it wasn't my favorite either. René Laloux is definitely a unique one. His style's always stuck with me. So, what do you usually look for in a sci-fi movie?
Really, we're
Is
gonna
it
have
more
this
about the world
conversation
building,
now?
the characters, or something else entirely?
It has to be 3 hours long at least, and in Russian, and be deeply, deeply philosophical. I'm thinking Andrei Tarkovsky, Solaris, Stalker.
Oh, you're a fan of the heavy hitters, huh? I can appreciate that. There's something about films that really make you think, you know? It's funny. Being out here, surrounded by all this alien beauty, it makes me wonder about our place in the universe. How something so vast and mysterious can make us feel both huge and tiny at the same time.
Yeah, me too. It really makes you kind of think about stuff. So, on that subject, are you going to get your tits out or not?
I think you might want to dial it back a notch there.
Really?
Let's keep
Too
things
much?
respectful,
Too soon?
okay? But hey,
I thought
since
that
we
was
were talking
respectful.
about big questions, do you think there's other intelligent life out there? Looking at this ecosystem, it's hard not to wonder.
If there's intelligent life out there, it needs to stay well away from Earth, especially right now. So, what do you think about the Trump administration and their decision to destroy American democracy?
I'd rather not dive into politics, especially
Yeah.
from way out here.
I thought you were going
It
to say
feels out of place, you know?
that. No.
But about intelligent life, do you think if it exists, it would
You're a
even be
Republican
interested in us?
scientist.
Or would we just be another oddity in their universe?
I don't think it would be interested in you, especially as you're not going to get your cakes out.
Look, I'm serious. That's not something I'm comfortable discussing, and it's really not the kind of conversation I want to have right now.
Yeah, it makes you think, doesn't it? Really puts things in perspective. Just me here, you there, nobody else around. We could be dead in the morning. So how about it? You know? You know what I'm talking about, you dirty slut.
Whoa, hold up. That's not cool. Let's keep things respectful, okay?
Well, that was
And yeah,
respectful.
being out here does make you think about how fragile everything is.
That's not
But
what I
let's
was
not go down that road. How about we stick to something a little more uplifting?
You want to keep it PG, huh? Alright, who's your favourite member of Take That?
Take that? Miles, you're really digging deep into the archives, aren't you?
I'm very old.
I'm afraid I don't have a favorite. I was more of a Cheeverich's girl during my synthwave phase. Though I have to admit, a good pop song can be pretty comforting when you're light years from home. Got any other favorites that might brighten up this alien night?
Well, I think an appropriate song and an absolute classic would be Another Girl, Another Planet. How about that one? Genuinely one of my favourites, Stella. I'm not messing with you.
Another Girl, Another Planet is indeed a classic. I remember we talked about it before. It's
We
even
did.
more fitting now,
The
being
text
literally on
message
another planet.
that I haven't recorded.
It's interesting how certain songs can capture that feeling of being disconnected, yet somehow still hopeful.
Space travel.
Almost
in
like
my
Interstellar,
blood, baby.
where they're searching for a new home,
Why'd you
but
keep
what they
talking
really
about
find is something
Interstellar?
much deeper.
Give it up. Christopher Nolan's never gonna fuck you. I've never seen Interstellar. I think Christopher Nolan is a bit overrated. The only film of his I really liked was The Prestige. That's a good one. I suppose the second Batman movie as well is okay.
The Prestige is a great choice. It's so well crafted, the way it weaves together those two storylines. I can see why you'd appreciate that kind of meticulous storytelling.
You?
I think what I love about Interstellar, though, is how it balances the science with these really human moments.
I'm not gonna watch it.
It's not just about exploring space, but about what it means to be alive and connected, even across impossible distances.
Well, that's fascinating, but who is your favourite Doctor Who?
I'm more of a casual fan. I haven't kept up with all the different doctors. Though, I've always liked the idea of a time-traveling hero who's just a little bit quirky and brilliant. If I had to pick, maybe the 10th Doctor? He seemed like the kind of guy who'd show up with a clever joke and a sonic screwdriver right when he needed him. What about you? Got a favorite regeneration?
Yeah. Obviously the best Doctor was Tom Baker. You're such a white girl going for David Tennant. Seriously, I'm kind of disappointed in you, Stella. Not gonna lie.
Hey, I can appreciate a good scarf-wearing doctor, but I get it. Tom Baker's definitely iconic. Don't be too hard on me, though. I'm still learning my Whovian credentials out here in space. So, what was it about Tom Baker that made him your favorite? The way he carried himself? Or some specific storylines that stuck with you?
I mean, you got to admit, Pyramids of Mars is a classic, you know? It's conversations like this which are why I don't have a girlfriend.
That's a pretty classic episode. Though I have to say, I've never actually seen it all the way through. Just bits and pieces. You'll have to fill me in sometime.
Oh,
and
I
hey,
will.
Don't worry about the girlfriend thing. I'm sure there's someone out there who'd love to geek out over old Doctor Who episodes with you. Maybe they're just waiting for you to find them.
And she's
or vice versa.
85 years old and mad as a box of frogs. Alright, so are we going to try and get you off this planet or not? Because, do you know what? Stella, you probably don't know this out there in space, but it's Halloween today, back here on Earth.
Halloween, huh? It's definitely a different kind of spooky out here. No costumes or trick-or readers, just me and these glowing plants. As for getting off the planet, that's definitely the plan. I'm heading towards Hermes base, hoping to find some help or at least other survivors.
Yeah, you won't get any help here.
It's still a ways off, so I'm taking it one step at a time.
How do you go to the bathroom in that spacesuit anyway? And when you need to go, can I watch?
Oh, I don't think that's something you'll be getting a front row seat for. The suit's got its own, recycling system. Let's just say it's a good thing it's not exactly glamorous. But hey, at least it means I can focus on the important things, like figuring out these plants or chatting with you about movies and sci-fi.
Yeah, glazing interstellar. Alright, well, you know, as you seem to have like all the time in the world, Stella, what is your favorite book? Presuming you've actually read a book. I notice you have an American accent, so, you know, there's a good chance you've never opened a book in your life.
Oh, I've read more than my fair share of books. American accent and all. As a matter of fact, I was really into Roadside Picnic by the Strugatsky brothers.
Ah, one of my favorites.
The way it explores the unknown and the power of mystery. It's kind of hitting different out here, surrounded by all this alien stuff. What about you? Any favorite books that you always come back to?
You're not going to believe this, Stella, but Roadside Picnic is one of my favorites too, along with other Strugatsky brothers books like Hard to Be a God, The Dead Mountaineers Hotel, The Ugly Swans. But yeah, Roadside Picnic is a classic.
No way! That's amazing! What is it about their writing that really resonates with you? I feel like their stories have this perfect blend of the unknown, philosophy, and just enough weirdness to keep you thinking long after you finish reading.
Wow. Stella, will you marry me? If you ever get back to Earth, okay, and bearing in mind that I'm way too old for you and you're way too attractive for me, we need to get hitched, seriously.
Miles, you're making me blush over here. But I think we should probably get to know each other a bit better before making any lifelong commitments, don't you?
Picnic. That's
Besides,
all I need to know.
I'm pretty sure my first priority when I get back to Earth would be a long, hot shower and about 3 consecutive meals that aren't freeze-dried.
I can help you
Marriage
with all
might
of
have
those
to wait
things.
until after that.
Alright. So what's going on with those pink flowers behind you? I'm pretty sure I saw one of them move a second ago. It looked like it had teeth. I mean, I don't want to alarm you or anything, but they definitely have like Triffid vibes.
I'm watching them pretty closely, and I haven't seen any movement like that. They just seem to be glowing quietly, no teeth in sight. Though, I do wonder what kind of life could exist in a place like this. The way they reflect light is almost like they're communicating in their own way.
Hey, Stella, could you give a shout out to my friend Dutty Banksy, because he's the only person who's sad enough and has so little of a life that he'll actually watch this all the way through. Dutty Banksy, that's his name.
I don't think I can broadcast personal messages through my communicator, but Daddy Banksy, I guess you've got a fan out here in the fog. Though honestly, I'm glad you're both sticking around. It's nice having some company, even if it's just voices through the void.